on live today, and let me think of a topic to talk about. Hmm, I'm not really sure. Honestly, I don't know why I do that. Like, I barely think of a topic before I go on live. I just hop on. I'm like, let me start. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. I'm currently like editing a video talking about how being optimistic is not easy. I recently changed my name on here to Time with Tati to Tatiana the Optimist because I've been referring myself to Tatiana the Optimist since like September, but I didn't make it a thing until now on YouTube. But I'm like, that's my title on every other platform. But yeah, and a lot of the times, like, I would minimize my growth or make it seem like my growth wasn't really like apparent because I thought just because I'm optimistic, that doesn't mean like other people are pessimistic. But I yet to forget that that is the case. A lot of the times, a lot of people feel like they see life as the glass half empty rather than half full. And I can admit it's hard to stay optimistic in times like this. Like, everything's expensive, people are not happy, or people are happy based on what happened to the election. Personally, me, I don't really care. But a lot of people haven't been able to see their loved ones on the other side of the planet. A lot of people are in food insecurity. Oh, hi to the person that's in here. A lot of people have food insecurity, and people make it seem like food insecurity is only like you don't have food. Food insecurity means you don't have access to fruits and vegetables. It's like a luxury just to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. That means you have food insecurity. People make it seem like food insecurity is only like, oh, I don't have food, or the only food I can get is this and this. But if you can't afford fruits and vegetables or actual whole foods, hi, that would make it seem like, no, that would make it to where you have food insecurity. And it's a very big issue that we're upon right now because the prices make it seem like it is a luxury. I remember like getting on YouTube and like comments like that would like bother me. But now whenever I see comments like that, it just makes it seem like I just feel sad for the person because like how bored do you have to be to type that on somebody's live? Like, you don't have anything else better to do? Like, that's the only thing you can type? Out of all these things you can be doing, this is what you want to do with your time? It's sad and pathetic. You gotta do better, man. You really do. But yeah, like, and I truly feel like everybody should have access to less fruits and vegetables. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, but I live in the US. I don't know if y'all remember, but is it, yeah, Orlando Brown? He was like, y'all making us pay for grapes, water, apples. And I'll be thinking about that. I'm like, that's true. Why are we paying for fruits and vegetables? In other countries, they actually have female like trees everywhere because the trees and bushes that produce fruit and stuff like that, they're female. But if they don't, then they're male. And right now, like, did you know that pollen is just tree nut when you think about it? Like, just they purposely make it so you can't have free food because if there's free food everywhere, what's the point of buying food if you can just walk down the street and just pick something from a tree? Like, you can't, they wouldn't get that much money, and homeless people will still be afloat because they will always have food. Like, it's just sad. And thanks for boosting my live just by commenting. You're just making it more apparent to more people. So thank you. But yeah, like, And it's honestly very sad because people make it seem like it's a luxury to eat. It's a God given right to eat some food. Like, it's a God given right. So I don't really understand, like, how people can go like that and how people could make it seem like nobody's deserving of having, like, our God given right. It's honestly really sad. And also, honestly, I can get in touch on, like, building confidence as well because I think I made like a video on that like 3 4 days ago. But yeah, you know how bored you gotta be, bro? So pathetic. So sad. But anywho, um, what was I even talking about? Yeah, like building confidence. Building confidence is honestly something that takes a lot of time. And I'm gonna just use this person as an example. Like, a confident person wouldn't feel the need to disrupt another person's peace. A confident person wouldn't feel the need to like comment negative things on a person's life. You know, like they would just do something better, like getting on live themselves or trying to build for themselves or at least trying. You know, to an insecure person, the effort or the ability to seem like you're trying is seen as something negative, but that's not the case. Because I'm aware that you either win or learn in life. You can never lose. The real failure is giving up on yourself. The real failure is noticing that your efforts that you're making is helping you. You still keep going no matter what the results is. You still keep pushing no matter who's around. You still keep pushing no matter what the outcome might be. That's the true way of life. But to an insecure person, if they do something for a little bit and they don't get the results that they think they deserve, then they just stop. They quit. And I truly feel like the real failure is just quitting. Failure is not, oh, you do one thing and you don't get the result you want. No, that's not how it would be. But I don't understand, you know? Because it's like, I'm over here chilling, making my videos, I'm going on live, and I'm existing. Do you know how like unpeaceful an insecure peace person has to be to like try to disrupt a person's peace and it's still not working? It's kind of sad. Some people just need attention to feel something missing in their heart. Keep going. Oh, thank you. I honestly hear what you're saying because I honestly get that often. Like people would try to troll and stuff like that, but it's like there's other things you could do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could ride a bike, crochet, write a book. You know, there's things to do instead of just commenting on some person's life. And I can't really wrap my head around it because it's like, what would you have to go through in life to make it seem like this is the best thing you can be doing right now? You know, like I can't really fathom that at all. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, it kind of makes me sad, but it is what it is. So, honestly, true confidence is uplifting other people, wanting to see your community do well. Confidence is something to build on. It's not something you can buy. It's not something you could wear. Because I can tell when a person wears confidence. Because confidence is not how you. It's not how you. I don't know how to explain it. It's not how you dress. I truly feel like a really confident person could look good in a garbage bag. You know, like if you, because like confidence is just like an essence. It's an aura. It's something about that person. So to make it seem like confidence is something you can buy, it's not true. So, yeah. But it kind of makes me sad because I remember like being in high school and I would get like bothered by people and I would just simply exist. I was always that girl in the back of the class just existing. I do my work, talk to my friends in the class, and I did. But for some reason, that would bother some people. And I'm like, I'm literally existing. I don't even talk to them. So what's the problem? But turns out some people just have so much issues that they don't even know why they act a certain way. They don't have the emotional awareness or the emotional maturity to actually act like they have a life or act like to heal. Because being insecure is easy. All you got to do is just not heal, be dishonest to yourself, and sabotage yourself by quitting. That's how you become insecure. And that's why a lot of people are insecure themselves, because they don't think they could ever get the things that they want in life. So they feel like they had to bring everybody else down. Because how you are on the inside is how you project on the outside. And how you view the world on the outside is how you just take life on the inside as well. So it's honestly very sad. But yeah. So honestly, do what you have to do. Because I did make a video on that. It's currently posting right now. I made a video. Let me see. I made a video talking about they can't stand you, but they sit to watch your every move. And I was talking about how gang stalking is very can I even say that on here? Well, too late. How it's very like common, and people will make it seem like you're not important, you're lame, you're this and that. Oh, but they sit and watch everything you do. They put hate comments. They have the most to say about what you're wearing, but they don't have the confidence to wear the same thing. They make fun of you because you didn't get the result that they wouldn't want. So they make fun of you and make it seem like, oh, you're failing. But true failure is just giving up. True failure is just not believing in yourself. You know, like, I truly believe I can never fail. Like, knock on wood. But I'm aware that I can either win or learn in life, can never lose. Like, and that's for everybody. Like, I'm just a living testimony. Like, if I can think this way by myself, you can think this way too. Like, don't ever think the way I'm thinking is unattainable. It's very attainable. If I can do it, so can you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have the choice to become the person you always wanted to be. And if you have a certain person, or if you have a certain way that you want to be, start acting like that person now. Don't ever think the goal person you want to be is in the future. Nah, it's in the present. You got to start acting like it now. If you want to start walking with confidence, start walking with confidence. At first, it's going to be very like uncomfortable, because oh hey it's gonna be very uncomfortable because you're not gonna be used to it. But when you really think about it, like, how do you think people get confident? How do you think people actually achieve what they want to achieve? You think they don't have doubt? You think they don't have doubt? They sure do. I can say for myself, when I started being active again on YouTube, I had so many doubts. I was like, ain't nobody gonna watch me, this gonna be booty. But the only difference between me and other people that quit on their dreams is I'm aware that I shouldn't let my doubts control me. I shouldn't let my doubts, oh, hey, how y'all doing? I shouldn't let my doubts dictate my future, because I'm gonna make my doubts my be. Like, they don't control me. They don't dictate what I'm gonna do. I shouldn't let them seep in and harm what I've been working for. No, been working so hard, and I'm not gonna let a few doubts stop me for what I'm doing. Life is way too short to do that. Why sabotage yourself? Like, the whole world is already negative and envious. So why be negative and envious to yourself? Why stop yourself? The first step into actually gaining what you need to gain and doing those dreams and fantasies that you have, all you gotta do is believe in yourself. That's it. That's literally it. That's all it takes. If you're sitting here and you're like, I want to do this, I want to do this and this, you can. Nothing is impossible. Like, you literally can. Like, obviously without harming anybody else, but Excuse me, you literally can't. You believing in yourself is already, you're already doing something that like 80% of people cannot do. I've met people where they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're doing this. Like, how can you do it?" And I told them how to do them, gave them free game. And they're like, I don't know. They either say it's too much work or, "Oh, I don't think I can do it." Be for real right now. Like, I never said this was easy. It's not. Like, when I originally started doing YouTube when I was like in high school, like my sophomore year of high school. I didn't take it seriously. I just tried to have fun with it. But I'm glad I didn't really have the, not the publicity, but the recognition I had now back then, because I wouldn't be able to handle it. You know, like hate comments back then when I was in high school, that would have crippled me. Like, if I'm being for real, like that really would have bothered me because I didn't have the confidence back then. Like high school me, one hate comment like would just marinate in my mind. Now it's one ear out the other. Like, just being here, I haven't seen one hate comment where I'm like, ouch. Not one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how y'all doing? I like saying hey to y'all. But yeah, like, 3 times somebody. Yeah, like, that's a really good way to think about it, and that's very true. How a person views you and how a person sees you says more about them rather than how it sees about you, if that makes sense. And don't forget, y'all, tap the screen so it can help with the algorithm. I appreciate y'all being here. When people try and take it to you, don't feel bad about yourself. Yeah, that's true. People will be hurting in the inside and they want you to be hurt. They want you to be hurting just as much as they're hurting on the inside. They just project. That's why I call y'all my reflections, because at the end of the day, like, I view y'all the way I view myself. And we are one consciousness, whether we like to think about it or not. We are all one. We're not all the same, but we're all one too. Honestly, I don't know what the topic is. I every time I get on live, I don't know why it's a habit. I just plop on live and I'm like, dang, I didn't think about what to talk about. I just be talking about whatever I can think about, low key. But yeah, like, so when it comes to taking people's hate comments, you gotta also recognize, like, if you received a hate comment from somebody and it bothered you, it's because you believed what they said. It's because, like, you cannot believe something or you cannot agree with something if it's not already inside of you, if you don't already have that idea in your head. So if somebody says, like, "Oh, your breath stink," and it hurts you, it's because you know your breath stink. Or maybe you had a past trigger or something like that. But most of the time, when a hate comment bothers you, it's because you believe it. So I see hate comments sometimes as like a blessing because it makes you be aware of the things that you might have to heal. It makes you aware of the triggers that you might have. It makes you aware of what you had to bring more reassurance to, because we all have insecurities. Having insecurities and being an insecure person are two completely different things. Like, you can have insecurities. That's part of being a human being. I have insecurities, like, when it comes to romantic love, I tend to push, if that makes sense. I'm gonna make a video on that. I tend to push people away because I'm not used to actually receiving the love that I deserved. I've always been disappointed or haven't been treated accordingly. And because of that, I tend to push potential lovers away. And I'm working on that myself, and I don't see anything shameful about it. It's part of me, and that's an insecurity I have, and I'm healing about that. What are your thoughts on women with internalized misogyny? Women with internalized, can I even say misogyny? I don't know what the guidelines are with that word, but women with that, honestly, I'm gonna make that a topic. Let me screenshot that. Thank you. Um, Women with that, it makes me really sad because what grade was I in? I used to be a pick me in middle school. I remember that. I used to think, oh, I'm not like other girls. I'm different. I It's because I wanted the validation from guys because that was the only way I could ever see myself as beautiful or ever be seen as valuable to them, you know? Yeah, I should make it a topic. But that's not the case. I soon to realize that I can never validate myself if I don't, like, I can never feel beautiful if I don't validate myself. No other person can fill up my internal cup but me because it's internal. No form of external validation can give me internal validation. You can only heal yourself from yourself. No amount of compliments, no Birkin bag, no date, nothing. Literally, no amount of money can fix what's in here because it's an internal issue that you got to battle for yourself. So, I truly feel like God had to like humble me, low key. Like I had to go through horrible relationships to realize no person could ever make you happy on the inside because that's your responsibility. So whenever I see women with internalized misogyny, I get sad because I remember being like that when I was in seventh grade. Like I remember feelings as if I couldn't breathe, sleep, or eat if I didn't get a compliment from a guy. And it's really sad because it shouldn't be that way. You have got to compliment yourself, be happy with what you got. You have to be satisfied with what you see on the mirror, you know? So that's how I feel about it. I just feel sad. Mm, mm. Yeah, it truly does make me sad for them. And I hear what you're saying. Let me bring that in family. I'm Haitian, right? And a lot of the times I remember growing up as a kid, it will be Thanksgiving and I'm at a family's house or people are over my crib and I will see all of the women are in the kitchen, but all of the men are in the living room drinking and watching like the soccer game. There you go, because they didn't watch football, it was soccer. And as a kid, I'm like, why do the girls have to go cook, but all the men have to? But like the men weren't, they weren't like pushing on it like, oh, women gotta cook. It was mainly the women saying, women have to cook. That's what we're here for. Si ou pas ka fè manger, on ken moun pa vle yo. Like if you can't make food, how are you gonna get a husband? If you can't make food, who's gonna want you? You know, that's what I was taught. And unfortunately, I truly feel like colonialism and white tea supremacy plays a part in it because when you look at ancient times before colonialism and slavery, if you catch my drift, they valued the women. Like women were in high position roles. Like a lot of the women, like the queens and stuff like that. Ooh, if you watch the movie Woman King, Women King is based on our actual tribe. Like I forgot the name of the tribe, but I remember watching like before I went to the movie theaters to watch like Woman King. I remember being excited because I already heard of the tribe before I watched the movie. I was like, yeah, I'm excited for it, you know? And that's how it was. Like, women were out to fight, women were out, they were the hunters. When you think about like lionists are the one that hunt. Lionists are actually stronger than lions, you know? Like, they won't be talking about that, but it's like when it comes to white tea supremacy and stuff like that, they focus on the male role. The male is the leader. The male is this feminine energy. Without feminine energy, there's no balance. This is the feminine energy and this is the masculine. You know, eternal life. Without feminine energy, there wouldn't be life. You know, so we can't just focus on one and cast out the other. That's how we get imbalance. And you see the state of the world right now. It's very unbalanced. If, but at the same time, hmm, yeah, it's hard to say, but yeah. If the women didn't really uphold it as much, it would have been gone by now. I truly believe that because to this day, I would get like, I would just eavesdrop on like what my family members to talk about, and all they do is talk about men. I'm like, y'all don't got nothing better to do. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, and I remember one time I was eavesdropping a conversation, and then I heard them saying like, how do y'all keep a man? If they want to be kept, like I don't know. Like I remember I was like 18. hearing that conversation. Hi. I remember being 18, hearing that conversation, and I was like mad confused because I'm like, you can't keep a person unless they want to be kept. Simple, like literally, like, and I learned that from my past experiences, and I learned that by just existing. I'm like, if I wanted to go to the dentist, it's because I want to go to the dentist. You can't force me to go to the dentist unless I already want to go to the dentist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a person wants to leave you, it's not about you. It's because they wanted to leave you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a person wanted to canoodle with somebody else, it's because they wanted to canoodle with somebody else. See, 111 on the clock. I just looked at the clock. Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, like, if a person wanted to treat you horribly, it's because they wanted to treat you horribly. So I feel like that's really a big thing in the Haitian community, but I see that in a lot of like immigrant and like other cultures as well, where they feel like they have to appease the man and make sure he's okay, but yet barely any cultures make sure that the woman is okay. I don't like that at all. Like, that's very imbalanced, and it's not surprising why there's so many unhappy marriages. You know what I'm saying? Mm, I like that take. That's a really good. I never thought of this before. Wow. Now I gotta think. Thank you for mentioning this. Let me read this again. What? Wow. Beautifully said. Good answer. Good answer. No, like for real. Like now that I think about it, dang. Like I never thought about this. So now I'm just thinking. Give me a second. In the meantime, let me just talk. The reason I found out that I might like women way more than I like men is because I found out what copet was. Is it compulsive heteronormativity, I think. And I figured that out. And like one sign was like a lot of girls would like one guy and you wouldn't really like him. You would just like him because every other girl likes him. Or like a heartthrob. You wouldn't feel anything when it came to liking men romantically or actually, if you catch my drift. You know, like the feeling wasn't there. But like, I don't really know how to explain it. Growing up, every time I had a crush on a girl, I felt it. Like, I would get nervous around her. I would try to like dress pretty for her. I would like think about what if we hold hands? Like, I remember my first crush was I watched. Ooh, y'all remember the movie Sky High? I feel like we would be good friends because this is a really good topic. Thanks for mentioning this. But yeah, Sky High, the girl that her power was plants and stuff like that. That was my first crush. I remember watching the movie and I was glued to the TV like, wow, you know, like, because I've loved nature ever since I was a kid. So just watching that and how pretty she was, I was like, you know. And what else? What was I talking about? Yeah, and my first real crush was like fourth grade. This girl moved to my school and she was new, and I wanted to be her friend. And I was like saying, "Oh, she's so pretty," and I was like really obsessed with her and stuff like that. Not in like a creepy way, but it's like I was really infatuated by her. But I truly do feel like I think internalized misogyny would play a role in me liking women because I never really felt like I had to do anything extra when liking a girl or being in a situation with a girl. I can be 100% myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is Kayla Pratt? Let me look that up. La 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 la. Oh, she is really pretty. What movie? No, she was in this show. Was it what was that show? She's Penny from Proud Family. Oh my gosh, she got kids. Good for her. She was in Doctor Doolittle. Yeah, she's really pretty. She was in Love and Basketball. When was she in that? Anywho, maybe she was the young girl. I don't know. But let me get back into a topic. What was I talking about? Yeah, like I don't. When it came to loving women, I just had to be myself. You know, like I didn't really have to. try, and I didn't really have to do anything extra, and I didn't have to feel like I had to close myself off, because a lot of the times when I was in relationships with men, I always had to like dim my light to make him feel more comfortable. Or maybe it's because I was just with insecure men, now that I think about it. Yeah. Yeah, Sky High is such an underrated movie. Like, Sky High is just so good. Like, I remember watching it all the time. Like, and I used to like the twins. Oh my gosh, I used to like the twins too. Let me look this up, man. I used to love the twins, like the black twins, and their power was to multiply. Yeah, I liked that. Like, it was such a good movie. Like, and I really liked the message and everything like that. Like, it was amazing. It was an underrated movie for real. I don't know if it was a Disney original or not, but I remember it was always on Disney. Yeah, it is Disney. That's cool. Yeah, I really like Sky High, and I really enjoyed it. Underrated for real. I feel like they don't make movies the same anymore. Oh yeah, like I I remember growing up, I was not like attracted to masculine women like that. Like, there was not any. Let me think about it. Let me look this up. Let me put this down. There's not any there's not a lot of masculine women that are portrayed in the media, now that you think about it, because mass celebrity women. How about that? Like, I remember there's Queen Latifah and Young M.A. That's it. That's it. And I didn't like either. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked Queen Latifah's songs, and I liked her in Living Single, but I didn't look at her like, oh, she fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, oh, the fire dude. Yeah, the fire dude, I liked him too. Like, he was cool. He really was. Like, and I feel like he was just misunderstood for real, because everybody was like closed off to him and made it seem like he was crazy, but in reality he was actually really cool, and he helped everybody at the end. Like, shout out to him for real. But yeah, I wasn't, when it came to masked women, I wasn't really the biggest on it. But yeah, definitely was chosen one energy, now that I think about it. Like, for real. Like, was it, I don't know, how did we get introduced to him in the show, in the movie? Was it like that scene in the lunch table? I can't remember. I remember he like broke, I don't remember. But I actually feel like the chosen one was definitely the main character. Like, he couldn't he couldn't figure out his powers. Like, his parents were well known to being superheroes. They were like well known in the town, I think the whole country. And then he couldn't like develop his powers, so he felt like he was a nobody or something like that, and everybody was like watching him because like his parents are well known and he has no powers. That's definitely chosen one energy. My day's going well. How are you doing? Grand rising. Well, good afternoon. I hate when I have lip gloss and like has like that white line. Maybe it's because I'm talking too much. La, 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 la. That's good that you bless. Good afternoon. Yeah. This is cool. What was I talking about before Sky High? Let me scroll up. Yeah, but when it came to let me scroll up. Now I forgot again. Hold on. Oh yeah. But there wasn't a lot of black lesbian movies growing up. There was not a lot. Like, now that I think about it, a lot of times when there's like one black lesbian in one of them, it's always like a biracial type of situation. Like, I do know my rising and moon, but I barely share it with people because you never know what people would do with it. I see. Oh, I remember. That brings up a nothing personal though, but that brings up a whole different conversation. I actually feel like social media. Like I've made a few videos on why I got off of it, and now that I think about it, I truly feel like they purposefully, like the trends that they do, they purposely make it so you can share as much information that you possibly can. Like I remember on TikTok, there was like this one trend where they like post your birth chart. I'm like, post my birth chart? Like people are not aware. If you post your birth chart, if a magician or somebody wants to use you for malice intent, they got you, bruh. Like that's basically posting your social security card on TikTok. Oh, same. I'm a Sag too. That's basically like posting your social security card online. You might as well because a birth chart is much more intimate. You literally gave a person the blueprint and the plot of your entire life. Like that's way too much information. Like that should be trusted by barely anybody. Like I don't even trust giving my birth chart to a person that I'm getting a reading by. Like unless I'm close to the person or I trust them, then they'll get my birth chart. But it's like post it for everybody to see. That's crazy. Like I never got that. Same with the, and I was guilty for that too. What's the time difference? It is the blueprint for their personality. It's the blueprint for their life. Like your birth chart, it literally tells you when you're gonna get married, what job you're gonna have, what you struggle in, what you're gonna be really good in. Like it tells you everything, like your houses, like the plant, everything. So it's like be cautious of who you share that with, you know? But yeah, ultra manipulation. Not for real. Like it's very scary for real. Like you gotta be careful on who you allow to know that information. But the time difference, I'm not sure. But yeah, what was I talking about beforehand? Dang, this memory, bro. Hold on. Oh yeah, social media. Um, I was guilty of participating in this one, but Virgorin? You mean Virgos? It's just Virgos. But yeah, like I remember this one trend on TikTok, like, what's your name? What's your sign? Where you from? What's your age? You want my social too? Like, damn, that's so much information. Like, no, like if a person is that curious, I'm gonna give them the side eye because it's like, what you need to know all that for? Like, shoot, it's weird, bro. It's so weird. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here soon, but not too soon. I don't know, maybe in like 10 minutes or something. But yeah, like just be careful on what trends you should follow. Like, and I realized the moment I deleted TikTok and Instagram, my life became like 100 times better. Like I literally was questioning, why am I here? I'm like, why am I living? Why am I existing right now? Like that was literally the questions that I was asking. Mm. Yeah, like those was literally the questions I was asking. But little did I know it was because I was constantly scrolling on TikTok. I barely used Instagram at that point, but I was always scrolling on TikTok, and I'm like, why do I feel horrible? I wonder why. You know, like it's been a month since I deleted TikTok and Instagram, and my life has been better. Has it been boring? A little bit, but I value being bored than depressed. Okay, like I'd rather be sad because, oh, I don't have anything to do. Yeah, it's really like it's very low vibrational when you think about it. Like I made a few videos about that. Like it, and I truly feel like it was made to keep people apart. If you notice that, like a person will post a video, and before I even like, I would like the video, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool video. Let me like it. I check the comments, and people are like, who's gonna tell them? What do you mean by that? Like, people are just so rude. They think just because they're behind the screen, they can tell the person on the other side of the screen anything that they want without any consequences. But in reality, if that person was met in real life, they don't have the backbone to say it because they ain't about it for real. Yeah, I feel like they live with just negativity. And no, I haven't read the book New Earth. Let me screenshot that. I haven't read that. Honestly, I was thinking about becoming a model. I've had people ask me that, but I'm not like declining that, you know? Like, why not? I feel like it's cool. Um, that's true. Like, having a direction otherwise, like to convince other people on the way to go. But you can only lead a horse to water, you can't force it to drink it. So, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, like, I truly feel like social media is just made to make people go against each other and to have competition and to compare yourself with others because people tend to forget social media is what you want people to see. People would post their car but not post their payments that they had to put on the car. People will post their high rise apartments, but not the bills, but not the times that they had to ask their homegirl or go to whatever to get a loan so they can pay for the rent this month. You know what I'm saying? People don't see the whole picture. Social media is made so you can show people what you want them to see. You know? People would make fun of other people and call them broke, but yet they struggle as well. It's weird. So I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Hold on, I'm trying to read everything I want. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try the book. I'm gonna add it to my list. Yeah, having a good algorithm helps. Like, I'm not gonna say like all social media is horrible. That's not true because when I started my spiritual journey, I would research comedic spirituality. That's what I started off from, and I never heard of comedic spirituality until I was on TikTok. And without those TikToks, who knows where I would have been? You know, it was definitely helpful. Like, my algorithm, sensational, but at the same time, it was still negative. Like, the app itself is low vibrational, so it doesn't really matter what I watch. It's just the app that's the problem, not my content. You know, but having a good algorithm does help. It does soften the blow. You know what I'm saying? Mm 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 mm. I'm glad that you're not depressed anymore, because it takes a lot of growth to bring yourself back up. I've been depressed a couple of times. I could say that. But yeah, um, I just took so much information at once. My mind just went blank. Like, okay, la 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 la. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, social media. But honestly, yeah, I feel like it's very important to take social media detoxes and to focus on other things to do, because I actually find like a lot of people, especially in my generation, we don't really have hobbies like that as much. Like, our phones are practically glued to our hands, like practically. Like, there's a whole trend where people would show their pinkies and how like bent it is. Like, just think about it. Look, I'm already starting to have it. Like, look, there's a tiny bit of an indent right here. I've seen people's where their pinkies are like, for real. And I'm like, oh, have a beautiful day. That's true. Depression is definitely something. Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because I remember sophomore year of high school, right? This no, freshman year. This girl at my like at my rival high school, like the high school had a rival, and at that rival high school, somebody unalived themselves in the bathroom with the pew pew, and it was very bad. And people were talking about it, and people were making fun of her, and I'm like, how What, do you have no heart? This girl really unalived herself. Her matter is splattered all over the ceiling. Like, it was horrible. Like, it was really, really bad. Like, I was like, dang. And people were making fun of her. And I remember this girl, like, I was in driver's ed, and this girl was like, she just did that for attention. What do you mean she did that for attention if she's not here? Are you dumb? Like, I literally lashed out on her. I'm like, how can a person that's no longer here do something for attention? Like, she just stood there like she didn't know what to say. I'm like, make it make sense. She took her own life away for attention. For attention? Like, it's just like, people, I can't stand people that, like, they can't, they don't have empathy for a person unless they experience it themselves. Like, I remember there was this one, I don't even think I could talk about it out here because it's controversial. But it's like people cannot fathom how another person think about, or how, or what another person goes through unless they experience it themselves. They don't care, they don't take it seriously, they minimize it, well, it's not a big deal, or they can't comprehend it unless they've been through it themselves. That's sick and that's sad. You gotta do better. Like, people really gotta do better. No, for real, I don't like non empathetic people for real, because it's just like, well, I'm scrolling up to see the comments. Oh, it's good for you that you deleted social media for 2 months. I'm trying to make it to a year, low key, because it's actually been helping me. But yeah, like, empathetic people, like non empathetic people are. I truly feel like they're evil. I feel like they yeah, like, I can't stand people like that. Like, nothing is a big deal unless they've been through it. Unless they've been through it, they can't fathom how another person is going with it. It's sick. It's truly sick. Like, it makes me really sad because I'm like, it shouldn't go that way. It shouldn't have to be this way. Like, it's sad, man. It's really sad. Like, I don't get that. I don't know what, maybe it's like something with their brain or something. I just can't fathom how did you get to that point. Like, but to be fair, I found out because for some reason people wait, what the name is? I'm so confused with these comments. But anywho, I found out because a lot of people would just tell me their deepest, darkest secrets or something that they've been ashamed of. I don't know. People be telling me stuff. And that same girl that said, like, oh, she did it for attention, turns out she used to bully people in middle school. So I'm like, okay, now I see where you came from. Like, now I see why you're like this. Now I see why you said something that ignorant and stupid. Like, I've met two people that were former bullies, and let me say, they're still bullies. Like, they might do it differently, but I'm telling you, people, and I remember one of them was like, I bullied people because I got bullied at home. Thank you for the explanation, but that doesn't mean you should bully other people. I got picked on at home. That doesn't mean I'm gonna bully somebody else at school. I got bullied at school and home. So what about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it an excuse. I just looked at her like, you want a cookie or something? Like, that doesn't give you an excuse. That doesn't give you an excuse at all. Like, thanks for the explanation, but I don't care. You still bullied somebody. And it's like right now, karma is eating her up. Like, it's sad. Mm. Yeah, a lot of people do copy paste on social media. It's a little weird. I'm convinced a lot of people don't have souls for real. Like, it's getting spooky out here. It's getting scary. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. But yeah, never peak in high school, y'all. Never peak in high school. But actually, before I leave, I think peaking in college is worse. Hear me out. Hear me out. Just being, I went to 3 different colleges, right? And people would graduate, but still come back. They would. I know people that graduated 4 years. They graduated 4 years ago, but they still come to the student events. They still come to undergraduate events. It would have been different if, no, even Even if they're still in the graduate program, why are you going to undergraduate events? Like, the people that you went to school with are no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And like, yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm like, I don't think peaking should be the goal at all. I don't want to peak ever. I just want my life to be good the whole time. I don't want to reach a point and then go all the way down. Like, no, because I see how it affects people. Like, people would peak in high school, people would peak in college, but I feel like peaking in college is much more scarier because right after college is real life. Like, I remember going to college and I would always hear like I would always hear what do I say? I will always hear adults saying, college is gonna be the best 4 years of your life. You gotta appreciate the 4 years that you have. College, go. I go to college and I'm like, I hate it here. Like, I hated college. Like, and it just made me think, did these people peak in college because they had nothing else better to do but college? Did these people like just peak in college because they never had a taste of independence or life? That's what I'm thinking about because they would tell me stories like, yeah, I remember staying up till 4 a.m. and just watching movies and eating pizza by myself. You can do that when you're not in college. Like, I was just like confused. Like, I remember going to parties back in the 90s and blah, blah, blah. You can do that now. You can do that now. You don't have to be in college to do all that. You know, like, thank you. College just you said that beautifully. College is just high school part two. The only difference is you gotta pay. I remember I had to pay for homework in college. I almost ate my damn laptop. What do you mean I gotta pay for homework? I had to pay. I had to go on Pearson, search up the homework, and pay $50 for homework. I literally was like biting my laptop. What do you mean I had to pay for homework? What am I paying my tuition for? Pay for homework? That didn't make any sense. And imagine you fail the homework. Oh, you just paid to fail. Like, it's a slap in the face. Like, and how I feel about it. I literally made a video on how I felt about college. I made 2 videos about it actually. I made a video saying college made me contemplate my life, and another video saying, what was it? College made me appreciate my life more. It literally did. Like, the moment I dropped out, I was like, like, I enjoyed life 10 times more. But I'm not saying college is for nobody. No, like, I'm sure college is for some people. I'm just saying I'm not meant for that. I'm not meant for that. Did 2 years of it and I hated the entire thing. So, yeah. Yeah, living on a farm and taking care of animals, that sounds nice for real. Because it's like you have free food, free cattle. Yeah. And you can profit off of it. Our agriculture right now, we low key need it. Like, I remember they said that the farmers can't use their seeds. They can't reuse their seeds. It's getting scary. It's getting scary. Like, that's not good. And a lot of the big corporations are buying farmland. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. So honestly, being a farmer right now, money bay, money bay, money bay. That's a good investment to be a farmer right now. Like, because we need farmers. We really do. We really do. Money bay, money bay, money bay, yeah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But yeah, I posted a video right now and it's saying they can't stand you, but sit and watch your every move. So go check out that video. I'm gonna dip right now. Thank you for everybody. Yeah, I'm thinking about homesteading. I actually looked into that. But yeah, thank you for everybody that came and watched. I appreciate you being here. Have a great rest of your day. Stay peaceful, stay confident, and stay authentic reflection. Thanks for having time with Tati. Tatiana, the Optimist. I'm out. Bye!